Cheers, my loves. I hope that all of you are doing really well. And in this video, we're going to be talking about one of the three key ingredients of attraction. Now, the ingredients are tension, mystery, and dignity. Now, mystery is pretty self-evident. Imagine if you take a book and you already know how it ends. You already know everything about the story. Do you still want to read it as much as if you didn't? And you knew that it's your kind of book? Imagine that if you're going to a movie and you've seen this movie plenty of times, or somebody already told you the plot, you know exactly how it's going to end, you might still want to see it, but are you going to be as excited as if you knew it's your kind of movie and you haven't had any spoilers? The mystery is obvious. You want there to be more to discover about the person. You want them, if you already know them really, really well, to surprise you. You want them to show up in unexpected ways, show unexpected depths, and you want there to always be more to explore about the dynamic that the two of you are creating together, the adventures, the relationship that you're creating together, the kind of book that you're writing together. And in terms of respect or dignity, if you wish, well, if a person doesn't respect you, they can't really love you. A woman can't even be properly attracted to you if she doesn't respect you. A man still can, sort of, but not on the same level. And it's fundamental not to be showing up in this way, which is needy, which is dependent, which is small, which is unstable, where you beg, you plead, you chase, you completely show in every single way to the other person that you don't see value in yourself, you only see value in them, and then expect them to come back and be like, oh, but I see value in you, as if they were your mom. But the reality is, if you show up in that way, the other person goes, well, I don't see value in you either. And now, I will say a caveat here in case you guys haven't watched a lot of my videos, which is pursuing and chasing are not the same. Pursuing is when you're making a move that is welcomed by the other person who's giving you counter game, and chasing is when they're clearly not reciprocating your advances, but you keep persisting. All right, so now to tension. I actually think tension is the most interesting one. It's a very, very key ingredient without which you can't go places, and tension is the closest that you can get to chemistry. Now, a lot of people think that physical attraction is chemistry. No, that is a poor man's chemistry. If the only kind of chemistry that you have is physical, chemistry is supposed to be mental chemistry, emotional chemistry, energetic chemistry, and also physical chemistry. I'm not going to try to depreciate the physical aspects of it. That's half the deal. It's not just a quarter of the deal. But if you don't have that richness, which is proportioned to you by the mental chemistry, because the other person mentally excites you, mentally stimulates you, you want to keep finding out, discovering them. They flirt in just the right way. They get your attention in just the right way. They're not typical. They're different with their kinds of behaviors, and that intrigues you. If there's that kind of emotional chemistry where around that person you feel feelings that you don't usually tap into, you see reflections of your shadow, you experience emotions which aren't as easily accessible to you when you are on your very own. And then there's the energy chemistry, which is just that part of you that says, this is my person. I see how I can take positive ownership of them. There's something mine about them. And then there's the physical attraction. Oof, then you got an explosive package. Indeed, you are going places, assuming that it's not just you, assuming that this is mutual. And now tension is also that aspect which says, now that you have that explosive package, it is all about the pacing, maintaining the right pacing, and the contrast. Which means there needs to be the right mixture of presence and absence, of authenticity, vulnerability, flirting, showing your feelings, and being able to be emotionally independent and being able to detach and pull away. There needs to be anticipation, expectation, but no pressure. No attempt to take away the other person's freedom before they want to offer it anyhow. It needs to be the right kind of mix of contrast to. Like, consider when a person is attracted to you, they have already identified you as valuable, they like you. When are you going to get that laser focus from them, where you go from being one of the people that they like to being the one that they're thinking about? There's usually two kinds of cases, right? The first case is when you come on really strong, potentially too strong, but not to the point where they stopped seeing you as valuable. You haven't lost dignity. And then you pull away. And as you pull away, two things happen to them. The first one is the fear of losing you. And the second one is the insecurity is acting up, where they're saying, did I say something? Did I do something? Did I show up? Why are they doing this? Is it because I'm fundamentally unlovable? And in combination with this fear of losing you, whom they still want to have in their lives, their feelings for you are going to increase. But if you are still at that initial stage of growing attraction and the deep emotions, the deep feelings, the deep commitment hasn't appeared yet, eventually that kind of tsunami of emotion that you turn this wave into is going to die off, because you're not maintaining the tension. You increase the tension, you fed it, but then you let it go. And the same goes for a different dynamic, right? Where if it's a popular person, you decided that you're going to be cold and distant and hint that maybe you have feelings, but not reveal your cards. Keep them unsure, keep them guessing. Eventually, you have to come in hot and heavy and give them that contrast, have them questioning, where did that come from? But in a way which is pleasant to them, because let's be honest, if they like you, they were always hoping that those feelings were there. And you can't just be cold and distant, and then decide to go no contact to curb their feelings. You are just going to destroy the attraction, because what's going to happen is that another person is going to come in and give them better game. So know what stage you're at, guys. Know how much of an investment at this stage you need to maintain the tension. Cheers, my loves. I wish you all a beautiful day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.